Well, a very good morning and thank you for joining us on all of our WLOX streaming platforms. We are here for Expert Alert this Thursday morning. Each week, every Thursday morning, we talk to the experts in particular fields about questions you may have. So if you have questions for our expert today and you are joining us via Facebook, I have it up right here. So just ask the questions there in the comment box, and then when I see them, I will deliver them to our expert, and you can get your questions answered. Today, it is Tillman Services with Chance. Tillman, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Chet?
I'm well. It's good to see you. So today we're going to talk about indoor air quality.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we can talk about outdoor air quality, but that usually gets into the house at some point.
Well, this time of the year, it's actually better outdoor air quality because the humidity's so low, right?
Right.
So that's pretty good for us.
Tell us when you're looking at your indoor air quality, what's maybe one of the first couple of things you want to look for?
You know, how often are you changing that filter? Kind of like we talked about last time I was here. How much dust are you getting on those electronics? You know, what do you see in and out the home? Runny noses, sore throats, things like that normally come from your environment inside the house and not so much from outside the house, because humans spend 70% of their time in their own home, right? So.
And that air just recirculates.
That's just recirculating the same air. You know, if someone gets sick in the family, everybody's going to catch that because we're not cleaning it. And if we're not cleaning it, then we're just rebreathing it in, recycling it.
Do you use air scrubbers?
So there's a product called Air Scrubber. I use Pristine Air. It's more of a UV light along with the air scrubber. Air scrubbers produce ozone, or they can come without producing ozone. Positively charged oxygen molecules is what that is. It produces a little bit of a smell, kind of like after a light rain. You get that, you know, true oxygen smell that comes down. That's what they smell like. Some people love it. I love it. Some people don't like it, so they sell them both ways. We can turn them on or off.
I think for the folks that don't love it, they're smelling that smell of the steam coming up off of the road.
Yeah, right.
It just doesn't smell very good.
No, that's a different type of smell. We don't want that smell.
I lived in Florida for a while. Every day in Orlando, it would rain at 3 o'clock. I don't know how or why it would just do it. If you've ever been to Disney, you know the ponchos come out at 2:30. It rains at 3. It's done by 3:30, and then it's like a sauna.
Right.
And so you're smelling that stuff off the ground. So you were mentioning how the indoor air is typically a bit cleaner than the outdoor air during this time of year.
Correct.
Why would it be that? Why would that not be the case when the humidity is a bit higher?
So water molecules bringing everything up, making everything like a dander inside your sinuses, things like that. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to the Northeast, their cold is different than our cold just because of humidity. Water in the air helps things transfer, helps things migrate. When you get lower water concentration, you just get a healthier air.
There you go. So do air fresheners improve air quality?
No. So air fresheners are masking an odor, and you're still getting those VOCs. So like candles, when you burn a candle, you get oxidation off that candle. The product that we sell is actually going to filter that. And one of the ozones can actually make it where you can't smell your candles anymore. And that's the purpose of it. We're trying to get rid of all smells, all airborne molecules and pollens, and anything that can get you sick, get in your respiratory system, and give you problems down the road.
And there's some friends, you go to their house and their house always smells one particular way, and then you leave and you smell like their house. Right. That's what you're talking about. You lose that.
The family smell? Yeah.
That's it.
Every family has their own smell. You kind of lose that family smell. And that's a good thing for some people. Some people like it. You know, we're not going to get rid of like your laundry detergent smell in your clothes and things like that, but the actual airborne smell of your home, you know, when you cook, and then about 30 minutes later I can get rid of that smell instead of you cooking and it lingering for days. It's just healthier air. It's a healthier environment. It's really good for children that have allergies. It's really good for adults that have allergies. When you're able to clean something continually throughout the day instead of that one-time Lysol, right? When we're doing this throughout the entire day, it's just beneficial for the family. It's beneficial for the home.
And you said their allergies is a key thing. I have allergies. I've had them my whole life. I'm pretty sure my daughter, to some degree, has them. She's 3. I can tell when she's around a cat, she gets a little sneezy, a little runny nose. So when you have animals in the house, it helps to pull that stuff out of the air as well.
Pet dander definitely gets. That's not going to be the ozone machine. That would be more of our electrostatic filter, which is another product that we sell. It just goes in place of your normal filter. We bring 24 volts down from your unit. We positively charge it. It's able to get rid of a lot of that pet dander. The smell, it's really all three. So the germicidal is the UV light. The pet dander is going to be, and airborne molecules are going to be in that electrostatic filter. And then the air scrubber is going to be smells, VOCs, and things like that.
Do house plants help if you're like a family that has lots of plants in the house?
They do. I mean, plants clean the air. I mean, the great creator knew what he was doing when he made them. You know, they serve a purpose. They are also going to add, you know, a little bit of smell to your home. You know, they got dirt in them. They got things like that that's going to be in that pot. We can help get rid of that part of it, but as far as cleaning the air, plants do their job, right?
Yeah, and you know, when you get into the case, there's a lot of developers in the area. There's a lot of new houses, a lot of lands being cleared,
right.
And suffice it to say, a brand new house could maybe keep those pollutants trapped indoors easier than an older house.
So in the 1970s, we did not build houses as tight as we do right now, right. And a lot of the air changes and stagnant air don't happen as much as they did. And even in 10 years ago, we didn't build houses as tight as we do now. And foam ceilings coming around, foam walls coming around, you're really putting yourself in the envelope where there's no air change, there's no circulation. So the problem with the plants outside is they pollinate and they're pushing flowers and you're getting dead and dander and leaf fall and stuff like that. And the plants inside your house aren't pollinating, they're not getting pollinated by bees and things, so you're not getting that in your air in the home. But you do need some type of transfer from fresh air to stagnant air for just general health benefits, right? Air changes per hour, and there's a blower door test that you can have done on your home, and you'll figure out how tight your house is. And you can bring in fresh air if you're getting stagnant, mildew, mold in corners and things like that. A lot of times we'll see small bathrooms. These new homeowners will build a very small toiletry. They'll put an exhaust fan in it and an AC vent, and then the whole ceiling's covered with mildew and mold. Well, you got an outdoor and an indoor, and your home's so tight that outdoor air is high pressured, so it wants to be in the AC. So it's rushing in. Well, when you got your AC on, it's mixing right there at that ceiling. So you're getting a lot of that mildew, just the signs and things like that you want to get rid of. So it's just, as we get tighter homes, we get less air changes, and it's going to come in the wrong way. If we need air to come in, we just need it to come in the right way, clean it and filter it.
Well, and you know, when that time of the year comes around, all of our cars turn to this like yellowish, greenish shade.
Right.
So you're bringing it in with you.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of cases, especially if you work outside, you're covered in it just like your vehicle and your home is covered in it. You're bringing that stuff in, then it's not able to get out.
There's no way back out, right? Because it's not going to clean to you and leave with you, right? It's going to stay in that dirty clothes pile, and it's going to migrate throughout your home. I really believe in the air cleaners. Like I said, my grandma had a daycare, 40 kids in there. She was cleaning it once every week. We put this in there, went to once every month, right? I'm talking about dust, and that's just from your skin. From every person creates dust. It's beneficial all the way around for every family member.
For general air filters, good rule of thumb is change them out once a month?
Correct. I tell people all the time, when you get that power bill, look at that power bill, change the air filter out, because a dirty filter, you're asking that unit to run a marathon and breathe through a coffee stirrer. Well, if I'm running a marathon, I don't want to breathe through a straw. I want to be able to breathe, right? So the more you restrict that airflow in that filter, the higher your power bill is going to go up because it's working harder.
Is it okay to open the windows frequently to let the air filter? Because I know during the spring, and especially this time of year when it cools off a little bit, I notice a lot of windows are open in the houses, and folks are letting that air. Is that something that we should probably put on a regular schedule?
As far as letting them fresh air?
Just to cycle it.
So it depends. If you don't have screens, no, right? If you got screens on your windows, I say you could do it. I wouldn't. If you don't have a way to clean the air inside your home, changing the air and letting it do air changes naturally is great. The problem you're going to run into is you're now letting a lot of humidity into your house. You're letting all that pollen into your house. And if you don't have a dehumidifier, your AC is a byproduct of air conditioning is dehumidification. It is not the main responsibility of AC to dehumidify. In South Mississippi, about 3 months out of the year, you're not going to have that AC running because it's 70 degrees outside, but the humidity is still 90 to 100%, right? Yeah. So I try to tell people all the time, if you're going to open the windows to enjoy that nice outside weather that we're having, the humidity is going to go up. When humidity goes up, wood starts to warp. right? And then you got other issues. So it's a fine line you're walking when you let that air into your home without some type of dehumidifier way to condition that house and keep it where it needs to be.
So if somebody's constantly sick, have allergy concerns, and they give you a call, what do the steps look like to get that cleaner air in the home? How do you begin that process for them?
So we'll send out a comfort consultant, and they'll go through the whole process with you. They'll go to every room. We'll look at the ductwork, what type of shape it's in, and then we'll make a custom plan for you. You know, are you the type of person that likes that smell after the rain? Would an ozone system be the right call for you? Or are you just a person who's worried about germs and you only want a UV light? Are you the person that has a bunch of animals in your house and you want to get that pet dander trapped before it goes into the system and makes the system work harder, stop it at the filter? So that's an electrostatic filter. We're just gonna walk around, we're gonna ask you questions. It takes, about an hour, but we wanna get to know you. We wanna get to know how you use your home, how you work throughout your home, and then we're gonna make that best solution for your home.
It's super important for those folks, even today, as COVID taught us a lot of things, right? Not the least of which is that you can actually work from home and make a living. Those folks that don't leave home. My sister is one of them. She's a work from home compliance officer for a company, and she works from home. She's constantly there. So that's a very important piece of the puzzle for her, is to make sure that while she's there, she's got that quality.
Right, so if she's in the home, that air is truly stagnant, and the only time it changes is when she's going out for food, going out for groceries, or doing errands, right? Being trapped in that home that long, recycling that same air, I think that's a cause of a lot of people's sickness that they don't realize is they're not addressing their main place. If you're in this area for 70% of your time, let's clean it, right? Ozone's a great thing. I like it. I actually use it in the deer stand. It takes away all the smells. Deer can't smell me.
Now we're talking about the real stuff here.
Right. It's a great tool for what we're trying to use inside the house. If you can trick a deer's nose, by not being able to smell humans, that's a lot of credit to you.
Especially if you don't want to smell the other humans in your home.
Right. Or the pets, or whatever may come throughout your home. The food, the smells, my kid just came in and he stepped in something, right? Whatever it may be, let's be able to get rid of those smells. Let's keep your house as clean in the air as you keep it on the floor, right? So,
and this time of the year is big for that because there's a lot of cooking going on.
A lot of cooking.
In my family, it's gumbo, and you start the roux and you're just basically frying flour.
Yeah.
And so then the whole house smells like that.
For days.
And for days.
Right.
And listen, and then when the gumbo takes over, then it smells like gumbo, which isn't all that bad. But then 2 days later, when you're not eating gumbo anymore, you can still smell the gumbo. It's time for something else.
Right.
But then you also have the influx of 10, 15, 20 people coming in because it's the holidays, coming and going all day long. It's like it's a cycle of people and food smells all around.
And that's when your dust and pollen's going to come in from different people migrating in and out of your home, changing the doors and opening and closing. So that's a good part of that. The smells is the ozone. Like I say, it's different pieces of this that do different things. That's why we offer all three of them. And then, with the full package, you get every layer of protection. So it's what type of protection are you looking for your home? What are you fighting? What are you battling in that home? We'll make that game plan with you, sit down, and draw up, the best solution for your house.
What's that time frame look like? If somebody gives you a call, it's before Christmas, they got 30 people coming in, they want to get this done now. What's the time frame look like from the consultation to you walking out the door and everything's set up?
So our model is we want to be able to do something the next day. That's kind of where we pride ourselves, is we want to come in today, make the plan, and then get in there and get it done for you the next day. Installing these things could take from 4 to 6 hours. So if we can get in there earlier in the morning, we can be gone out of your hair by 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can tell when we leave what the difference is going to be already, right? So they're fast acting. Once you see this electrostatic filter in work, you fall in love with it. I did. It's a great piece of equipment for the home for cleaning your house, and then. Like I say, I like the way the ozone smells. I like that fresh rain, outdoor smell. I enjoy that. Some people rather just have it work and not smell it, right?
Sure. No smells at all.
Right. No, all of the smells gone.
I get it.
Right.
So listen, if you have questions, if you're constantly sick, if your allergies are out of control, and you're taking all the medication, all the supplements that you're supposed to be taking, and nothing's changing, maybe it is indoor air quality that you need to be looking at next. So give us your phone number really quick.
228-864-9351.
There it is, 228-864-9351, tillmansheatingandair.com. Reach out to them, schedule that consultation, and get on the road to cleaner indoor air. We will see you here next month. Thank you so much, Chance. Good to see you.
Thanks, Chet.
Alrighty.
Thank you for joining us for Expert Alert. We'll feature more experts at the same time next Thursday.